Okay, so a question I'm seeing a lot of, and the ones I'm getting in email, on phone calls, is can I refinance my mortgage within a 6-month period? My lender said I could not. Okay, I actually saw one lender do something recently which was so shady and so wrong. They actually put in the borrower's disclosure package that if they refinanced within a 6-month period, that they could be investigated by the FBI. And they'd have to pay back any money to the lender if they had gotten a closing cost credit. Seriously, investigated by the FBI. What the hell? That's not true. It's not true. So why are lenders trying to scare you out of refinancing in that 6-month period? Don't they want your business? That's what clients are asking. They're like, don't they want, I did my loan with Paul and Paul said I can't refinance for 6 months. Is this true? No. The only time you cannot refinance immediately is with VA, FHA, and some jumbo products. So, or if you're like doing a hard money loan. Most loans do not have a prepayment penalty. So what that means is that you can refinance whenever you want. Back in the day, prior to the housing crisis of 2008, the lenders would have in people's documents these huge prepayment penalties. So it'd be like, if you refinance, and actually one of the reasons there was the housing crisis is what they'd do is they'd have these 3-year ARMs. And what would happen is it'd have these really low teaser rates for 3 years, and then it would adjust a lot on year 4. And then the borrower wouldn't be able to get out of the loan until year 6 without paying a ton of money. That was a prepayment penalty. That is why so many people lost their homes. So prepayment penalties in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac world do not exist. They don't exist. So if a lender's telling you that you can't refinance within 6 months, here's why. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna make some enemies. You wanna make some enemies with me? Let's drop a truth bomb. Ready? Okay, so as a lender, what happens is that if I have a client, let's call her Becky because I love Becky. If I do a loan for Becky and then she refinances within a certain period of time, Becky doesn't pay any penalties, I do. Yeah, so like any money I made off the loan, any money my company made off the loan, they get to pay it back. So lenders don't love that because like anyone else, we don't like working for free, which can you blame us? But at the same point, if rates drop a lot, I don't blame you. And that's why I always tell my clients, look, if something happens, please come back to me first. Like, I don't want to end up doing your loan for free and lose you as a client. Like, it's not worth it. So it's very important to know that if lenders are telling you, no, you have to wait 6 months, that's not true. The only loans that actually have a period of time that you can't refinance within is VA and FHA. That's it. Maybe a couple jumbo products, but for the whole, you can refinance whenever you want. So that's why. And if your lender's really pushing on you, what you're going to want to do is just go back to your original docs. And on the closing disclosure, it always has, does this loan have a prepayment penalty? If it says no, that means you can refinance whenever you want. If it says yes, well, then you better do some more digging. So one more thing I want to bring up, because I saw this, 2 months ago, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I love the client who brought it to my attention. He was a rate shopper, so nice, such a great guy. And he was like, hey, this lender has this really good rate, but they're telling me this. And I'm like, no way. So basically they had put in their disclosure package a full page scaring the borrower, making it seem like if the borrower closed with them and then refinanced within 6 months, there would be all these penalties that they would have to incur, which was 100% false. This was a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan. They were saying like the FBI could investigate them. They'd have to pay back fees. There was all these scare tactics in there. And I actually was so concerned about it that I ran it up the ladder at a couple different places to see if it was like, how could you do this? Is this real? And the overall consensus was, these are not real. You know, they're just trying to scare people off of refinancing within 6 months. So you want to watch out for that, because if you're working with a lender where they have something like that they're giving to you to try to scare you on something that's not real, that is a red flag. Anyone who's trying to spook you from the gates, red flag. Now, I will tell you that if someone comes to me and they say, hey, yeah, you know, I want to refinance and then I want to do it again in 2 months, I'm not going to do that loan for a variety of reasons. Number one, how do you know you want to refinance in 2 months? That feels a little bit suspect. Like, do you know something I don't? But also because, like, why? I don't want to work for free. You don't want to work for free. None of us do. But here's the deal. Bottom line, yes, you can refinance within a 6-month period. Try to go back to your original lender. If it's over 1/8%, I wouldn't refinance for 1/8%. It needs to make sense. Just with any of my other videos, the math needs to work. And what we are seeing a lot of right now is I'll get a call and someone will be like, I'm at 3.375. Can you beat it with no closing costs on a conventional loan? No, I can't. Like, it's not where the world is right now. So it's important to know that rates are not at zero. Rates are very good right now. You do have the right to refinance unless your loan says it has a prepayment penalty, and 9 out of 10 loans don't. If you're working with a lender, you know, and you go back to them and they try to scare you off saying you can't, you can. But the reason why they're saying that is because we get hit with that early payoff premium. So I hope this has been helpful and dispelled some of the myths. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. Thanks.